Living in Tampa Bay is a beautiful thing. If you're a resident, you know the perks. But how are home buyers feeling? Overall, what's the outlook on our Tampa Bay housing market? So happy to check in with our guest, John Howard with Howard Team Loans, and we're going to get some insight on our local real estate market. Great to have you, John. How you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Okay, tell us what the overall market is looking like right now. Is it getting stronger for buyers? Is there a good balance there?
Yeah, luckily now we're entering into a buyer's market. So I like to joke and say that home buyers think that it's 2020, 2021 in COVID when interest rates were 2 and 3%, and you basically had to give naming rights to your firstborn in order to get your offer accepted. And like on a $400,000 house, it maybe would go for $450,000, and you're giving $50,000 to that seller. It doesn't even go towards your down payment and closing costs.
Right.
But now things are a little bit slower. Average days on market are about 60 days plus, and now sellers are willing to negotiate. So like right now, I believe it's like about 95% list to sell, meaning that about 5% in negotiations where you can either get your price off or maybe you get the seller to pay for your closing costs. So all you have to do is come up with your down payment. And during inspections, they might actually fix something for once now. and so it's a much more balanced market where buyers can finally feel like they're getting a little bit of a deal.
Okay, that's great. And I love how you explained that. Now you brought up rates, so let's talk about interest rates. Where are we at right now? What might we see change? Well,
hopefully rates will continue to trend down. Our buddy Jerome Powell at the Fed just lowered rates 25 basis points. But that does not mean that a mortgage rate is at 6% is now 5.75. The Fed funds rate is different than the mortgage rates. And so the mortgage-backed securities kind of more follow the 10-year treasury on that. So we're hoping that rates will continue down, but we're like looking in the low to mid sixes on conventional loans, high fives, low sixes on government, and hopefully they'll continue down because as rates come down, the affordability factor for buyers gets better.
And you can do the math on that and see how much more incrementally, how much more you can get for a house as those loans creep down. So that's good. Yes. One thing I love about Howard Team Loans that I was reading about is that you guys really do your consultants in a way that you're going to keep an eye on the rate for the life of the loan.
Yes. And so I always joke with my buyers, like, you're stuck with me for life on here. So we monitor the markets where every day our software runs rates and say, hey, right now might be a good time to refinance, where you can save money on your monthly payment there. And so I have 3 different services that tracks the bond markets to know when should we lock the loan, can we play the market in hopes to get a better interest rate on that. And so it's a great added value for our clients.
Okay, fantastic. Now, what about a down payment? Because I know a deterrent to making that home purchase, someone might say, well, I don't have as much money as I want to have for a down payment, but there are programs.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like life is really expensive right now. It's really hard. Like just trying to make ends meet at the end of the month. So how are you supposed to pay all your bills and then save for a down payment on that? And so we have programs where we partnered with the city of Tampa, Florida Housing, where we can help find programs where if the seller's paying the closing costs and with the down payment, either grant or a bond or a loan, there you can get into a home with little to no money. And so what programs do you qualify for? It depends. Like we have a fast and easy application on howardteamhomeloans.com where if you just upload some financial information, my team and I are going to look and see what programs you qualify for because every little program has a little something different where you might not qualify for this one because of this, but you do over here.
It's a little niche, and so leave it to the experts to figure that out. John, good stuff. Thank you for sharing, and of course, we want to share the information with our viewers as to how they can get a hold of you. There you see it on the screen, Jonathan Howard, right here in Tampa. So appreciate your time today.
Well, thank you for having me.